My name is Rehia Kenny, and I was present the day that David Bowie came to Maori Marae. I was the kai karanga. It was as though the whole of Porirua had arrived here because word got out and the place was packed.
It was a lot of fun, having him here, and it really was an honour.
I think there would have been about 3,000 people hanging on the wall and outside the wall.
It wasn't really a secret initially, it was sort of impromptu, just happened.
Yes, it was supposed to be all hush-hush, wasn't it? Yes.
Well, it was a secret because the people from outside Porirua would come in and there wouldn't be enough room for our own people to be on the marae. Our marae is so small, really, to bring in all those other people outside the Wellington and Wairarapa. They'd all been here.
He seemed quite comfortable. Yes, he had a couple of guides with him to interpret what was being said, because it was all done in Māori in the reo. And they both left this world now, but they were his guides at that time.
Well, of course, when I saw him, I thought, wow, he's changed. He wasn't Ziggy Stardust anymore. He was dressed in a much more conservative sort of style. Really quite elegant, but it was really great. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Frank Sims, and I am the background vocalist with my brother George Sims on the entire Serious Moonlight 1983 David Bowie tour. And I not only performed on the tour, but I sang on Let's Dance the record, the #1 record. Toward the end of the tour, we had a wonderful opportunity and invitation to visit a ceremony by the Maoris, the native people indigenous to New Zealand. David took George and I into his hotel room one night, said, could you guys come down to the hotel room? And as we came in, he said, listen, we're going to a party tomorrow. And he said, I've been told what the nature of the celebration, the ceremony will be. And I'm going to write a quick little tune, maybe 6, 8, 10 line tune, with very simple lyrics to show the Maoris how happy we are that we have arrived. And I remember singing it, and we were indoors, and we were all cross-legged, sitting on our bottoms, sitting down on the floor, not only the band, but the Maoris. And we were kind of, the band were kind of in one little section, and all the Maoris were kind of spread around the other part of the section. And they sang some beautiful tunes to us. And then we, at one point, David nodded, and so David and George and I sang the song to the Maori people. Yeah.
We ran to the ocean and pledged far to go, to land in New Zealand and sing you our songs. We're happy and honored to be here with you. We thank you for sharing the way that you do.
That's amazing. And where'd you get that recording? One of the Maoris somehow had recorded that?
I'm Laney Pickett. I was a saxophone player on the Serious Moonlight tour. And while we were in New Zealand, we had the opportunity to participate in Maori Marae. It was a wonderful and very interesting experience. It's 25 years ago, so my memories aren't precise, but I remember it being more than interesting. It was like, being transported into another reality.
My name is Hugh Lynn, and I was the Paul Dainty representative in New Zealand. I probably was the first promoter to bring an international act and get them invited on the Marae. I mean, I couldn't understand how they could come to our country and not be welcomed by the tangata whenua. And so this is what I did. And it was like there was this invisible barrier between the act, David, and the people, and they could have just reached out and touched him, really. It was that close.
At the end of a pōwhiri process, we have what we call the hariru, which is where the greeting takes place, where all the visitors come and press noses or hongi with the tangata whenua. And as they came around, each person to press noses What I remembered was that David Bowie had a really pointy, sharp nose.
Oh, I would never ever hongi David Bowie. I would have pashed him. And he would have enjoyed it.
If you don't hongi with your nose, you can kiss on the side of the cheek or wherever, on the lips. And I kissed him and gave him a little bit of a squeeze. I'm not sure whether he had any attachment to Māori before he came to our marae, but he sure got it all when he got here. It was a beautiful sunny day, which made the occasion good.
David Bowie fits at the top of the list of visiting our marae.
I remember the lady that came with him. Her name was Coco. She was really lovely.
It was meant to be 2 hours, but I think it ended up by being 4 hours. And we enjoyed having him here with us.
Oh, it was a huge deal. I mean, I was a great fan of his, you know.
He is handsome. He's still handsome. He can come home anytime.
He smiled through his entire visit, you know. He absolutely loved it. Something new, something different.
David Bowie will always be special to us.